Hello students, welcome for today's session. In today's session, we are going to see how we can use the if-else condition. If condition is executed if the given statement is true and else condition is executed when the given statement is false. Like depending on the condition, the set of statements are going to be executed. Okay, so now we will see one program. In this program, what is going to happen? We are going to enter a number, and if the number is less than 1 or if it is greater than 10, then we are going to get the output as input is valid. If the number is between, it is not valid, that is, if it is. And if the input is between 1 and 10, then we are going to get the output as the input is valid or the input is okay. Alright, so now we'll start with Notepad. Document type HTML. So this is the root element HTML. Okay, then head. I'm going to include the title. So title I'm going to give it as if else statement. This is the title that I have given. Then I close the title tag followed by the head tag. Alright. Then I'm going to start with body. Okay, and then the paragraph element, and then I say please input a number between 1 and 10. So I'm asking you all to input a number between 1 and 10. Then input id is equal to num, that is the number. Then type is equal to text. Alright, so the id input, we have given the id as number and type is text. So I am first taking the input from the user for the text. Okay. Then I am going to create one clickable button with the help of the button tag. So input type is equal to button. On click, what should happen on click? I want one function to be executed, that is my function. This should be executed. Alright, and then this is the submit button. I close the button tag. Okay, so what I have done, I can create one clickable button with the help of the button tag. Then I'm going to use the id thing. So paragraph id is equal to demo, and then close the paragraph tag. Now I'm going to start with the JavaScript part. Okay, so now the actual coding part starts with your JavaScript. Now what I have done, when I click on the submit button, I have defined a function. So now I'm going to write the function. So I'll write the keyword as function, my function. Alright. Then I will define a variable x and I will also define a variable text. So I have defined two variables. Now what is going to happen? I am going to fetch the value that the user has entered, and then depending on the value I am going to use a condition to check whether the number is between 1 to 10 or it is less than 1 and greater than 10. So now I'm going to fetch the input element. So document.get element by id. Which element I want to get? Demo. Sorry, not demo, number. Okay, so this element I want to be fetched from the, that is the HTML document. Here I have entered a number. So this input number first I am going to fetch, because before comparing first I need to fetch the number. So this is how I am going to fetch the number. Then the next step is I am going to use the if condition. So if, okay, is not a number, That is, I am going to check first whether it is a number or not. Because I have given the input type as text. It is possible that the user, instead of entering a number, he may enter text, normal text. So that is not allowed, right? So I am first checking whether it is a number or not. And then x is less than 1 or x is greater than 10. So I am checking, alright, whether it is a number or not, and if it is a number, then I am checking whether x is less than 1 and greater than 10. If yes, then I am going to input not valid, because it should be between 1 to 10. It is not between 1 to 10, so I have written the text as input not valid. Now else text. Now need not check the condition, right? Now you cannot say if it is between 1 to 10. Not necessary, right? Because you have already tested for the invalid condition. Then why do you want to test for the valid condition? You will just write text is equal to input is valid. Okay? Valid, invalid. Both the conditions we have taken care of. Then document, I have to display this, right? So document dot get element by id demo, that is the paragraph element I am asking, dot inner html is equal to text, because that line I have to print it, right? Okay. Then I am going to close the script tag, the body tag, and then the HTML tag. Alright. So I'm going to save this file now. Ifelse number dot HTML. I've saved this one. So my file is over here. I right click on it. I say open with Google Code. Okay, so now what is happening? I am getting a message which says please input a number between 1 and 10. Now I am going to input the number 4 and I click on submit. So what is going to happen when I click on 4 and then I say submit, input is valid. So this message is displayed to me which says the input is valid. Now what if I refresh the page and I enter the number as 67 and then I click on submit. Now it says the input is not valid, because I have given the condition that only between 1 and 10 you have to enter the numbers. What if I enter 0? Let us check. I'll refresh the page and I will enter 0 and then I click submit. So again it is saying input is not valid because the number 0 is lesser than 1. Okay, and I have told strictly only between 1 and 10 it is going to be treated as valid. Now what if I enter negative numbers? Let's try with that. Minus 6. So I am entering the number minus 6. See, negative numbers also it is not showing. Now if you want to increase the count from 10, if you want to make it as 5, if I made it as 5, so here also I have to change 1 and 5. I save this one, I go back over here, I click on refresh. Okay, so now it says please input a number between 1 and 5. Now when I enter 3 and click on submit, it says input is valid. Alright. Now what will happen if I enter 5 and I say submit? Again it says input is valid. But what if I enter 7? I enter 7 and then I click on submit. Input is not valid. So this is how we can use the if else statement when we want to check for certain conditions. Okay, it is a very important concept. If else, if the condition is true, then the set of statements under the if are going to be executed. Otherwise, the else statements are going to be executed. So we'll continue in the next session. Thank you, students.